Okay.
Tatskulawit. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 35th Summer Fishtrap Gathering Riders. It's Friday night. So glad to have all of you here, especially to see folks from the community and people who've traveled out here to come and enjoy this very, very special night. Our theme this year is Renewal, and we're honored to have luk'upsíimey, the North Star Collective, a group of Nez Perce artists, writers, teachers, and really just great folks come and present this for us this evening. And for all of you who've been part of Fishtrap all week, wow, it's been such a week so far. You've been working on your writing and working on your writing and working on your writing and sharing your writing and being brave and reading at the open mic and this is kind of how we're coming to the big finish here. I'm glad that you're all here. One thing I want to do is every night, for those who've come from the community, we've been doing a special thing. We've been acknowledging the land. We're here on the land of the Nimipu, the Nez Perce people, but emphasizing and underlining that land acknowledgements are really nothing if there isn't action. So we've been having the word of the day. And each day we've learned a new Nez Perce word and how it applies to our lives here, and we've been practicing them. I hope all of you have been writing them down. And tonight we have a couple special guests who are going to do our word of the day, words of the day, Twyla and Faith. Come on up.
Tatskalawit Zoikaloma. Faith will be back after the show, I think. No. But I'll give one right now. So today's word is special as we're ending this segment up soon. But today's word is katsiyatya. Katsiyatya. This was one of my first Nimi Putim's words, and it means thank you. So we say it quite often to each other and to the land. Katsiyatya. All right, katsiyatya.
We'll bring Faith up to close the show. Okay. Before we get going, I just want to say a little bit about what's coming up. This week has gone by so fast. We've learned so many things. Hopefully, a lot of you from the community have been here for the evening readings. The days have been jam-packed with learning and adventures and conversations, and that's what Summer Fishtrap is all about. Before we get going with this evening's program, I want to talk a little bit about tomorrow. After this intense week, tomorrow is your last workshop session, and after that, it's a little bit of an exhale. You've been all working so hard, and tomorrow will be a time to celebrate. We'll have several things happening. At 1:30, the Josephi Center for Arts and Culture in the town of Joseph. It's named after Alvin Josephi Jr., who was one of Fishtrap founders, and Rich Wanschneider works there. He is going to, at 1:30 tomorrow, and everybody here is invited to that, is to give a little talk, a conversation on local Nez Perce history and current affairs. Plus, you'll get to take a tour of their new exhibit. And if you don't know where the Josephi Center is and want some help, we're happy to help you, but it's right there on Main Street in Joseph. Then at 3 o'clock, our Fishtrap Fellows are going to do their featured reading. It's always a highlight for me during the week is to hear our Fishtrap Fellows, these new and emerging writers, read their work. You're welcome to come to that too. And then in the evening at 7:30 is the party. It's the 35th Summer Fishtrap celebration. We're going to have readings from Robert Stubblefield, from Rich Wanschneider. There's going to be a special surprise, and there are going to be treats to eat, and then all week long, Janice Carper has been behind the board. On Saturday night, she comes out on stage with her partner Carolyn as the band Jezebel's Mother. They are a superwoman duo, and you're going to get to hear them entertain you tomorrow night. Then on Sunday, some of our students from the Eastern Oregon University MFA program who have been with us all week, the ones who are concluding their program, some are going to do a reading at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. What the heck? The whole community, you're all welcome to come and hear that if you'd like to. Then from I'm trying to give people the biggest bang for their buck, right? And so we're continuing partnering with organizations. We are partnering with the Nez Perce Wallowa Homeland. On your way home, if you're headed out towards La Grande after Summer Fishtrap, stop by the Nez Perce Wallowa Homeland in Wallowa. They're going to be there to, let me just bring Kevin Lodgy up here and tell you a little bit about what might happen. Kevin, come on up.
Tatskalawit, everyone. My name is Kevin, and I work for the Nez Perce Wallowa Homeland, which is a nonprofit over in Wallowa, Oregon. Our nonprofit exists to help open the trail back home for dispersed Nez Perce folks, Nimipo folks. And so on Sunday, on your way out of town, if you're headed back that way, please stop by our visitor center. Our visitor center is going to be open from 11 until 2. Another big aspect of our organization is that we also have purchased grounds. So we have 320 acres of land on which we have a longhouse so that people can have services. We've got a dance arbor so that people can have celebrations. We've got places for people to camp. We've got a home for descendants to stay. And we welcome people back in lots of different ways, including with our programming. So if you're going to be around next weekend, July 22nd through 24th, our big annual powwow, the Tam Clicks celebration, is going to be happening. So come on down. You can all come and camp and dance. And it should be a grand old time. So see you on Sunday, 11 to 2 in Wallowa. Katsiyaya.
But that's not all, folks. For those who don't know, Eastern Oregon University's MFA, that's a Master's of Fine Arts and Creative Writing, integrates their program with Summer Fishtrap. So everyone who studies in creative writing to get their master's there, part of their programming is to come to Summer Fishtrap. It's part of the program. They've all been here this week and then next week they're going to be studying at EOU, but they're going to be doing events along the way. So EOU MFA Lit Week begins on Sunday, and you can look at your Summer Fishtrap program towards the back of the schedule to find all those events happening between here, Elgin, and LeGrand, and follow them along and see what's going on. Okay. Finally, before we get to the program, this place, I should have had Madeline, are you here? You are. Would you run up and tell us what's happening on Thursday? Come on. You can do it. I've got a cue card for you. Here's Madeline Lau from Wallowa Lake Lodge. Sorry about that, darling. I just played back.
That's okay. Hey, thank you for the plug. And really good timing. Thank you, Mike, and everyone from Fishtrap. I do just want to say we've been having such a lovely time with you all this week. So thank you so much. It's been really delightful. Next Thursday, July 21st, 10 to 2, right here, we'll be doing our conservation easement dedication ceremony with the tribe. We're really looking forward to this. It's been 2 years in the making. The easement was finalized in 2020, but we all know what was happening in the last couple years. So now we get to celebrate. So please do join us for that if you're in town. We're really looking forward to it. We'll have multiple speakers, and then that night, Dave Johnson from Nez Perce Fisheries is going to give a presentation, and all of this is open to the public. So we hope to see you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. I'll get out of the way now, and now I present. Oh, thank you. We have another word of the day. Ready? Set? Come on, Faith. Give a round of applause for the second word of the day, Faith. Thank you.
Ina Monique Dwas Faith Sabota, and the second word of the day is liloitnin, and it means thankful and joyful. Thank you.
And now I present luk'upsíimey, who will begin their program with a language acknowledgement.
Huchalakaikit. Wako tsikti nunim numi putimtki kayo nunim chiwat chukwa au na piniakia.
Inamonik was talat lilt. Asu kisach nunam hata al nimi potemt. Kem karts ik tanach nunam nimi potemt in talk zich. Kem karts ik tanach nimi potemt nun anas te mipnesich nunim anokonma. Ka ima anas sukesich nuna. Walk in nimi potemt. Walk in nimi potemt. Walk in nimi potemt. In hitza mitaham. Wawa max kuhat ka nakats. In hitza imim wanikt. Walawa iwatem. Pikun. Laka. Ima sikkim. In hitza imim wanikt. Wawapo. In hitza imim wanikt. Titilu. In hitza imim wanikt. Tawitakas. In hitza imim wanikt. Hin matoya laket. In hitza imim wanikt. Nimipu pepetin. Haayat. In hitza imim wanikt. Mit johot. Nimiputemt saikes nech hiwas. Nimiputemt in zichtatu kapeski. Nimiputemt imim halach oksa. Kem im eitsnin was kem mechka zichtanech nimiputemt. Hanyuwat hinatsnim tsapokas witas nimiputemt. Ikoinu nimiputemt lukupen hiwas. Kutstita iska luk'upsíimey. Kunku wach kunku hutsaya temnap pa. Lukup. Hello.
Qetiau yau oiklo anakonma. In wakaswisa etka wakaswisana. Ki titmina ka ki paus ni mipu wisi. Qetiau yau oiklo anakonma. In wakaswisa etka wakaswisana. Ki teken timnap kitnich. Ki teken equatemt.
Asukisa nunum ti tokatims. Inem him yuma. Inem anokonma. Na eats. Inem miats. Inem ti tokatims. Mana sayakaswas. Mana him kasai katwas. Mana timna saiksa. Tsikau waswas. Wak iswas. Saikipta taswas. Talaposa timtki was. Mitziyo hotsa. Oi kasrich. Kus timtki. Ya timtki. Shrap ya timtki. Hinma timtki. Ikoin timtki. Hatuisa inem titoka timtki. Katsi yao timnakanish. Katsi yao kunku.
Tots lahain oikelo, the loitzeth acht papain, nun esukwitsich, nunem nimi pum, anakonma wa ka wa kiswatin wates, nun pio otsnich, ka ketiau yau nawitki, kima anakonma wates, tots. Ki konma wats, kon watskan, kia titokana, ka kustita. Huatseyu la'aim titats, kinapi. Kepisin ka wapsukwanawit, natsnim, nunim, wakis wheatpa. Oikalaki ka ein, katsi out yao.
F your language. Soyapo Timki. Hiyo haulapi hiwis. In watu zik the patswasa. Yet here I am, a natural-born speaker, my world shaped by words foreign to my being. F your language. Soyapo Timki. Hiyo haulapi hiwis. In watu zik the patswasa. Yet here I am, standing in the homelands of the Nimipu, commonly called Joseph, Oregon, a namesake of Chief Joseph. Thunder rolling in the mountains is what you call him. Kikon mai hitzikwenigt, hin matoyalatket, meter epihi was a sea, tas niki sapnit. Do you all realize he was taken from this land and never allowed to return? His face among a sea of others, forcibly removed from the land, infused with the bones of Nimipu ancestors for generations beyond millennia. And here we are. Walwa Maxpa. You refer to this place by the English name given to a man, Joseph. Hinmatoyalatket. Hinmat. The root coming from thunder or electric storm, the spirit of a cloud that makes noise, hinmat. We the connector as one travels, as one goes. Lataqi, move up out of water or move up out of lower areas. Now I ask, have you sat with the land to hear thunder traveling to higher areas? Hinmatoyalatqit. Have you sat with the wattis to experience the sound of the thunder coming up from the water? Hinmatoyalatqit. Have you sat with nunum wattis to feel thunder striking out from the water? Hinmatoyalatqit. Walwalmaxpa, Walawa mountains, Walawa river. In atksit the patswasa, Nimiputimtki. I wish I could have shared this all in our people's language. Yet here I am, taught first to speak, think, and act out Soyapo Timtki. Hiyo haulapi hiwis, English. F your language. Forget your language. Titolasa Soyapo Timtki. Titolat. Soyapo Timtki.
We shalich katsiaya. Tots kulawit wa inim wanikt pitam yanan max kakustita soyapo timtki wanik Philip Cash. I'm speaking in my language. My true name is Yellowhawk, and my English name is Philip Cash. In Wailetpu Kanemipu Titolkan, I am Cayuse and Nespers. Ka Kona Nikyawe Pa Kakustita Kina Ka Oe Kaslich. I grew up in Nikyawe and all across this land, learned as my homeland is such. This reading is about this land. Wako tsichsa Kimolik and we are speaking to the spirit that dwells in the high mountain peaks, the spirits that sing on the high mountain peaks. And this is the name that we are speaking of today. Wako au nehpiniu, kayuch kahiwas chukwanin, kin yawa, winikt hin matoya latkit.
Now I will bring forth that which is known concerning the name, thunder traveling up out of the water to higher areas.
Kunko hinanichna inem titluma, aha ikuin wanikt, hiwayam kinama watas.
My elders always used to say, yes, it is a true name. It comes from this land.
Talks kinu wataspa, kona he was iwatam, he went a keen soyapotimtki Walawa Lake.
Now, here in this land, there is a lake called Wallowa Lake.
Ka kinuk hitau yanik anichna kamuinu titokana.
And toward this place, there used to live the Wallowa Band people.
Kuus pepau ya chikwanin yuch chikawishna hin mat hitau yatsina wayat lim kispa imitpa.
Thus, over time, it became known to them that a dangerous being, thunder, lived way deep inside the lake.
Ko at ksauka, at ksauksa kon mai, hin matuna hit kolatkana, lem kispkinich, ka hikoyimna kana, tuskech titoyami.
In a great echoing manner, thunder would come out from the deep waters and ascend upward along the summit.
Kono chokotoyami hitiyak sanach.
There, he would perch on the high peaks.
Ka atka pakaka hilkup in hin matum taksaut hit koka oikasli kina wataspa.
And because every so often he moved repeatedly, thunder's sound would be echoing all over the land.
Kuus titlun ko pamschukwana.
Thus, our ancestors truly understood in hearing.
Imam hutaya hatayin chukwa wiyala hepa.
It became a valued knowledge in their day-to-day existence.
Kuusu haatima wanikt.
In this manner, the name came out.
Ka hipiimna nakchipkinich kina hepai tiwitakisnim wiyapiim.
And it grew from one here among senior warriors' lineage.
Ka konich ki wanikt haatkika tiwitakisnim miats.
And from there, this name went out on to senior warrior's child.
Ko hiwitach chukwaning kustit wakokia wisich tsikta.
Truly, it would become known the same as we are now speaking it.
Wanikt ki hiwas chekawas.
It is a fierce name.
He was chiwat chukwa.
It is precious knowledge.
Yuko kalo kachiayo.
Wenakisa Beth Payatot. And do you want to introduce yourself? Okay. I'm going to read a poem pair, and it's important for these two poems to be read together. The first is a found poem, and the second is not. The two texts in this found poem both come from the Museum of Anthropology.
Tatslahin, Inamunik was Julian, Tauyeta, Shlapwe Perez.
Museum correspondence. Founded in 1901, the Museum of Anthropology
We write regarding
is dedicated to the study of cultures,
the missing remains of our ancestors, a child,
from yesterday and today,
referred to by the museum
both near and far.
as catalog number 12-3352. Not only was the grave of this young person violated,
Today, the museum contains an estimated 3.8 million objects
but we now have to live
from California,
could be with the knowledge that the child's remains
and around the world,
could be in a closet,
as well as extensive documents,
attic,
photographs,
or desk drawer
and film recordings.
of a researcher.
We continue a legacy of enrichment
This is very difficult
and education,
and gruesome matter for us.
functioning as a research unit
Imagine having to ask
for the University of California, Berkeley,
members of another society
by supporting scholarly discovery
to look for the stolen and subsequently lost
and community-based research.
bodies of our own relatives.
So those two texts, one was a letter written by the Klamath tribe, and I received permission from the council to use this letter. The other comes from the website of the museum. I want this second poem to always be read with that poem because it's talking about our attachment to our children. So this poem is called Hinka Ista, which is a term of affection for a woman to say to her daughter. Hinka Ista, for Twyla. You named yourself before you were born. Your name came to both of us on the same day. And on the day you were born, a rose bloomed in a far-away garden. Your essence precedes you. When you were a baby, even strangers would say, "Oh, what an old soul." And in the longhouse, the old ladies cooed, "Hiyo hamolitz," and "How gold, how gold." At the longhouse, your uncle said, "Beautiful Nez Perce baby. You must remember this, Hinkaista. You are a beautiful child, beloved, born to us, born for us, born to lead, to dream, to carry. You are made of your ancestors. You are made of this land. You are doubly woven, child of root and cloud."
Tatskalawa Oikolo, Inamudnik was Kellen. My name is Kellen. I live Tikumtustipa, Hienemumwatis, up in Spokane, present day known as Spokane, the land of the Spokane people, Salish Kootenai Coeur d'Alene. Come on. Let me fix this mic. I'm sitting here hunching. Come on now, get with it. Yeah. I was like, do you mind? Come on. Thank you ever so much. Hey. I'll just sit here in a plie for you all. Thank you. Great, thank you ever so much. My name is Kellen again. I am an artist, both a visual artist and a performing artist. And so I brought some of my visual art here. And it's kind of funny calling it visual art itself because to me, this is artwork. It's a creative expression. However, this is all a way of life. Nimipu witki, the Nez Perce way of life. What I'm holding here, this samk, kaulanin, this beaded dress, as well as this bag. These are beautiful in their presence today. However, it's always so amazing to me to recognize that all of this beauty that I get to develop from an idea out into a physical product is merely a reflection of skills that were passed down through generations, skills that survived genocide, skills that fled this area under duress, and now they make it to me. And as these skills were a necessity for life, now I get to use them to create art and to create change. So my younger sister here, Faith May Angel, is going to help me hold this dress. Beautiful. And Faith, if you can, do you mind walking down the center so that people can kind of look a little bit closer? So this is a beaded dress. You'll see on the sleeves that there's beadwork, and I get to contemporize, indigenize all my stuff. And so it's really great how I took a shell dress that we classically use and was able to use brass studs. So the polka dots that you see on the sleeves and on the front chest and on the back of the dress itself are brass studs. And they're meant to mimic the place of cowrie shells and or elk teeth, signs of wealth, signs of trade. So the Nimipu people being able to use the Columbia to go over to the coast and bring back shells, as well as extracting shells from the rivers themselves. Our shells are a sign of wealth, it's a sign of abundance. And that's why you see a lot of our shell work and our beautiful shells that we love to wear. It's a sign of trade and a sophistication. And so this is what I get to translate into my work today, is a level of sophistication, because all of our work is unique, it's one of a kind, and it's handmade. And by other standards, by European standards, that's haute couture. We are ateliers, we are couture. That is us. This is our expression. And it's a blessing for me currently to be able to take these elements and to incorporate them so that we can not only honor our past, we can create an expression for ourselves today, which can create greater expression for our future generations. Katsiya.
Tatskulawit oi kaloma. As you may know, Wetnikissa, Sarah Christine Hennessy. For anybody who didn't know, my name is Sarah Christine Hennessy. Tots Erk Papine, it's so good you all came. So I have a poem entitled I Breathe Different. The title is based off of a misheard Kendrick Lamar lyric that was really poignant to me. The word interplay was just kind of mind-blowing. So I titled my poem that. And this is for Laimute. Prologue. Oh, and just a quick preface, I repeatedly use the word Hassan, which means breath. Prologue. Hassan. We're here now in this liminal space. Hassan. Words as needle, Hassan. Breath as thread. They dart into realities and stitch together lifetimes. Hassan. I welcome weary hearts with hawthorn boughs and water. Hassan. I lay a bed of flowers because I know flowers are timeless. Thusly, they are old friends with good tidings. Hassan. I welcome you here before we both turn back outward. Hassan. As I'm sure you know, it's quite wearisome out there sometimes. Hassan. It can even be cruel. Hassan. But here, let us name flowers Hassan, so we are always anchored in this moment's peace, this shared space, this liminal corner aloft. Spiritual soil where secrets pull like water. Hassan. Hassan, I offer you clematis. Hassan, it climbs trellises and blooms a holy purple. Hassan, the impossible kind of purple that can only exist in the chambers of the heart. Hassan, surging red and meat and blood made live and lovely by the thrum of blue electricity. Hassan. Thunderclap purple. Hassan, a heartbeat. Hassan, a moment of pure life. Hassan, cherish the deep unseen work your body is doing when you see clematis. Hassan, remember the strike of purple. Hassan, each petal. Hassan, as pristine as the exquisite beat of your heart. Hassan. Chapter 1. Hassan, take and rename. That's cultural appropriation, baby. Take and rename. Hassan, take and rename, take and rename, and take and rename, and take and rename, and take. Hassan, and rename. Hassan, it's all basic marketing. That's capitalism, baby. Just take and rename, and take and rename, and old becomes new, improved old. It's marketing. Who stands to profit? Hassan. We, the indigenous, stand and cry appropriation. Hassan. We earned that knowledge. Hassan. We earned that right. Hassan. Colonizers cry adjudicated tears. And take and rename. Hassan. Cultural appropriation is colonization. Hassan. It's a tale as old as time immemorial. Let's tell the story, though. Take and rename, and nickname the rename, and deny, and distract from the issue. Distraction tactics include, but are not limited to, copy and paste, Google it. Make it political, pick an amendment to shroud yourself in. Cite an ancient civilization, bonus points if it's on the same continent, but merely divided by a colonial border. When all else fails, start slinging mud. Hassan. Cultural appropriation is not a casual mistake. It's colonization. Hanukkah. Cultural appropriation is colonization. Just a little seedling of colonization with no place in our soil, but colonization drops its toxic little body onto the ground, Hassan, and it is nourished by neglect, Hassan. Each blind eye and each confrontation avoided sustains the colonizer and very much motivates them, Hassan, because intellectual property theft is a shortcut to profits. And what are profits? That's wage theft, baby. Hassan, it is a system designed well for the very few who win. Hassan, who wins? Who's in? Who dares to speak the name? Hassan, take off the blame you cloak yourself in and hear the words I spoke. Hassan, it's not a mistake, it's colonization with no place. Hassan, who wins? Who's in? Whose sin? Hassan. Hanukkah. Hassan. Hassan. Chapter 2. Hassan. Tsiktsa wet nikt, I speak the name. Capitalism is in bed with cultural appropriation and colonization. Hassan. Cultural appropriation is colonization. Hassan. It invalidates origin with possession. Finders keepers. It invalidates possession by undermining humanhood. The most human person wins the prize. Hassan. Take and rename, now nickname the rename, and watch pop culture cherry pick. Hassan. Pop culture is both everything and nothing, all at once. Hassan. To challenge pop culture is to side with counterculture. It's a two-party mud fight. Allegiances decided by your favorite icy flavor. The system is childish. Hassan. So we, the indigenous, are labeled a spectacle, a media frenzy, pop culture's favorite drug. We are accused of ringleading a circus. And we are confused because there are so many double standards being juggled. We're sure this must be a meta circus of some kind, where we're both the audience and the performer. Hassan. Epilogue. Hassan. We're here now. Hassan, in this liminal space. Hassan, words as needle. Hassan, breath as thread. Hassan, they dart into realities and stitch together lifetimes. Hassan, I welcome weary hearts with hawthorn boughs and water. Hassan, I lay a bed of flowers. Hassan, because I know flowers are timeless. Hassan, thusly they are old friends with good tidings. Hassan, I welcome you here before we both turn back outward. Hassan. As I'm sure you know, it's quite wearisome out there sometimes. Hassan. It can even be cruel. Hassan. But here, let us name flowers. Hassan. So we are always to be anchored in this moment's peace. Hassan. This shared space. Hassan. This liminal corner aloft. Hassan. Wait, one more page. I'm like, no, it won't come apart. Hassan. Where spiritual soil, where secrets pull like water. Hassan. Hassan, I offer you clematis. Hassan, it climbs trellises. Hassan, and blooms a holy purple. Hassan. The impossible kind of purple. Hassan, that can only exist in the chambers of the heart. Hassan. Surging red and meat and blood. Hassan, made live and lovely by the thrum of blue electricity. Hassan, thunderclap purple. Hassan, a heartbeat. Hassan, a moment of pure life. Hassan, cherish the deep, unseen work your body is doing. Hassan, when you see clematis. Hassan, remember the strike of purple. Hassan, each petal. Hassan, as pristine as the exquisite beat of your heart. Hassan.
Tats kalawat oikalo. Good evening. Ina Monique was talat lilt, the red glowing part of the sunset. Ka soyopa timpt, Angel McFarland Sabota. In was walpo. In was kuyumnu. In was kikina ki watiskanich. I am from this area, from the Wallowa Band, and I'm from here. This is one of my homelands. My ancestors, Anokama, they reside here. They are buried at the north end of the lake. Tuwitakas, my great-great-great-grandfather, and my other grandfather, Philip McFarland, Francis McFarland, did the oration there when old Chief Joseph was reburied there, and you'll see other McFarland names. That's my family. So Inwas, Inam Init, I am home. with our luk'upsíimey group. Luk'upsíimey means it's referring to without movement, and that luk'upsíimey is also referring to the star without movement, which is the North Star. So we call ourselves North Star Collective. And we write as a way to take back our language. We use our language creatively. And I have a number of things that I wrote. And right now I'm just going to share you some of the titles of my stories. One story was called Strength and Beauty of a Native Woman. Survivance is born and reborn in my phenomenal mother, Rosa. Another one is Treaties and Climate Change. Another one, Beauty from the Expanse of the Heaven. It'll scout heaven above, talking about the sky beings. And another one, Coyote prepares to journey east to conquer the monster. Another Titwata, another story, when I speak, when I ride horses, when I pick huckleberries, when I live the people's way of life, I am happy, I am at peace. Another Titwata I wrote, Angels, Crazy Stories of Fantasy, Nonfiction Comedy Piece. And then we had an acrostic. Acrostic is an acronym. And my acrostic was Etmitnasa, Etna, and it means I am remembering him. And the ETMIIPNISE is the acrostic. It means I am remembering him, but the E, each, T, time, M, my, I, insides, I, inflame, P, painfully, N, never, I, is, S, sorrow, E, everlasting. And so with this acrostic poem, I wrote it, and I was thinking about him, and this was my nephew, Ita, Kellen. So Kellen was the inspiration of my acrostic, and I want to share with you that the T-shirts that we have on, we came together in unison and in one Nox Tamina, one heart, because we want to honor our Hata'au Kellen, our precious Kellen. He is the artist that you will see these Tamkaleeks T-shirts. This is his design. Yeah. And if you're interested in any of his work, I had at my house some of his cards, his photos of his beadwork, and I brought them because I thought this would be a good opportunity if any of you want to take a piece of Kellen home with you. I think he's going to have them, where at? Yeah, probably inside for sale, donation, or whatever, but they're awesome pieces. So I just wanted to mention that. And so what I want to do, I've been working in the Nimi Patum, the Nez Perce language program, the people's language, for 24 or so years. And I'm also have become a Titwatiyawat, a storyteller, because I think that is one of the ways we're going to take back our languages through our Titwatit. And so why I shared the titles of these stories that I wrote, that's literacy, but our people practice orality. And so I'm going to share a little bit of that with you, and it's not like a Itziaya Titwata, it's not a coyote story, but I'm going to explain it. So what I have here, it says Nimipum Ha'ayatom Tamitnet Kamu, and so it's the People's Ladies memory string. And on this, I know you can't see it, but it's a ball. It's a ball of somebody's memories, and you can see it at the Nez Perce Museum in Spalding. And one of the memory strings, the Kamu Tamitnet, was of Pinawih Nan Mai. And Pinawihnan, that name means helping another. And that was Bessie Scott, our beloved Bessie Scott, who passed away not too long ago, her grandmother. And she told the story of Pinawihnan in the 1877 battle, August 9th. That's coming up, the memorial for that. Pinawihnan saw many of her family killed in front of her eyes. And she ran to the creek beds so she can hide. Many of the women and children got in the creek and hid under the beds there. And she, covered her arm to protect another girl who was killed. And so that's how she earned the name Helping Another. When you look at Pinawihnan, her Tamipnit, she passed when she was in her 90s, but that ball of her memory string is like this. So you can imagine all the memories in there. And each of them, you have the years, the knots represent each year, and the beads, the krilan, represent the events. So you can imagine that some of those events probably marked when her family was killed at Big Hole, August 9th, 1877. And so that had many, many, many memories, but yet she lived to be 80 or in her 90s. And so I want to share with you Enam was to meet Camu, my memory string that I started a long time ago, and I need to add to it, but I'm going to share it with you. And one of the things I want to do, speaking of Pinawihnan, helping another, you're also going to help me. And the way you're going to help me is, I said that at Meetness, when I was saying I'm remembering him, at Meetness Timna, I'm remembering him. We're going to say Timipnessa, and that means remembering. So if you all can practice that and say Timipnessa. That's remembering, Timipnessa. And when I tell my Titwatit, my story with my beads, I'm going to refer to these places that I have marked that I might hold it up, and then you'll say, Tibmipnasa. And the beautiful thing about our Nimiputimpt, our language, is the morphology breakdown of it. To me, that prefix is heart. Pani is to come out, to pour out. And so when you are remembering, you are pouring out your heart. So to remember somebody, it's such more power, more beautiful when you say, to meetness, I'm pouring out my heart for you. And so when we're saying to meetness, we're saying, I am pouring out my heart. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. So the knots in my string, they again represent the years. Okay? So this chai, this white bead, this represents Enam Witzit Lahain when I was born. Then I have Nox, Lapit, Mitat, Pila, Pacha, Oilax, Unep. I have 7 years. And it was a blue time, this time. Sad. To meet Nasa. This is the year my dad, Larry McFarland Sr., he got in a car wreck and passed away. And then life went on, and Mom married another man, my stepdad, who we were blessed with. And then we have Nox, Lapit, Mitat, Pila, Pacha, Oilax, Unapter, Matat, Kuits, Putempt. I just jumped 10 years. And this one, this blue bead, Lapua Wildcats, this is 1983 when I graduated. I graduated. And then I have these reds. They represent 3 years of WSU, WSU, WSU. Then I transferred to the enemy school, UW, UW, the purple beads. During that time, this blue bead, Timipnasa. That was a hard time in my life. It was a big heartbreak. It was a hard time, and I had to still go to school. So I finished at UW. Couple years in Miwit go by. Then all of these hachus, green beads, to me they represent me being on the go, on the go, on the go. So I have Nox, Lapit, Mitat, Pila, Pach, Oilax, Unap, about 7 years going to, in this dance troupe, going to all over the world, all over the country, Connecticut, Hawaii, Sweden, Poland, Russia, Australia, Switzerland, or Stockholm. All those years on the go, 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 traveling. Coming back to meet Nissa. I remember those were good years. And then I came back. I started working at the language program, which is good, but also there was some hard times in those years, blue years. Gold, mox. Who did I meet and marry who was just living in my own backyard? My husband, Bob. And then here is this precious white pure bead to meet Nissa. I remember my son Peyton was born. Blue bead, I went to LCSC. LCSC's one of their colors is blue, learning the language. And then another blue, white bead. Even to meet Nissa. Glory Rose was born, my daughter. Another year at LCSC. Hanukkah, another precious white bead. My daughter, Grace Victory Joy. And I finished at LCSC with the language. A year goes by, and then there's a little, it's a light blue, so it wasn't as hard. And another special thing in my life, my horse, I believe, Sikkim. A couple years go by, and just experiencing a tremendous thing in the language, getting certified in the Nimiputimpt. And then I go, Knox, Lapit, Mitat, 3 years. And this is Mox. This is the color of University of Idaho. I got my master's. Go Vandals. Okay. Yeah. And then our Lapua Wildcats winning state, the time to meet Nissa, that my son and my husband, who was the coach, they won the gold. So this is Enum to meet Nipkamu. And it's just a little beginning. I need to add all the black beads for all the COVID years. But one of the beautiful things about it, and I think about Pina Nanmai, wow, I go back to this time at UW. Wow, this bead, it used to hurt me, it used to pain me, and I can look at it and I can laugh because I survived. the time, the pains at my work that were so painful I wanted to quit. To meet Nasa, I remember, and I healed, and they don't bother me anymore. I survived. To meet Nasa. Yochi was inem titwatet. And that's my story. Katsiyaw yan.
Oh.
Yes. I didn't realize I skipped a beautiful bead. What do you think I skipped this beautiful, beautiful white bead? Watu to meet Nasa Ipna at meet Nasa Ipna. I did not forget you. Orkalo, let's say faith, and let's say to meet Nisa. She's my mia cow at my baby, and she's so hatao. And I was fumbling with my beads. If any of you guys do the rosary, you know, you're like 5 and you skip to 10 just because you want to get over. Anyway, just kidding. Don't tell my mom that, eh?
Oh man, sa patam no a angel. Sikawes. This is a poem for my brother who went missing in 2018, and for all the missing and murdered Indigenous people. I'm just gonna do like Sarah and just throw everything on the floor. Let someone else pick it up. It's my turn now. I weave for you. I weave for me. I weave for you. I weave for me. Ka'ap, 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 ka'ap. The sound of hitting a man with a club. Pow, kapow, taking coup, or the sound of biting teeth, made of steel. They come in dreams and spike the punch of 1,000 generations of Indians. She tilts her head in wonderment. Listen! How can life live like this so long? Look around. The Natitalwit are coming. The people are coming. And our ancestors and their ancestors and Akonma and my brother who went missing. For all brothers who are Aztec. And for the animals in all the creation stories, owls and frogs and bees and bears, everyone's coyote story. I weave for you, I weave for me. It's la 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 la. The way something tumbles downwards like an eagle that was shot. Flashbacks of a woman running, her back towards burning teepees, glowing embers swirling like grass reaching for the stars. She is running, carrying her child. She is seen from behind a scope. Like cat, the sound of echo, or a noise or voice. Distantly, a man is standing in the doorway with a shotgun. Her mind remembers her ancestors. Sand Creek, Wounded Knee, Whiteberg, Big Hole, Bear Paw, Himatuyalake. Trails of tears stream down a mother's face. Another vanishing Indian. These American ghosts, these beadworkers and weavers of story, I weave for you, I weave for me. Pit Piloo, Pit Piloo, the owls cry. The day I knew he was gone, owls came to me, nesting in my backyard, calling to me from the trees. We are the roots in these lands. We are tied to the sounds she makes, the notes of our ancestors, prayers like rising, and she sings, Yahahiya, Yahahiya, oh. An emotional and nostalgic interjection. The cries of 1,000 mothers and fathers. Yoch, 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 yoch. And the sound of all the bones of 1,000 sons and daughters hitting against each other, turning into dust. Our creation to feed the earth with the bones of our missing. I weave for you, I weave for me. Ancestors are our source, action as methodology, stories as theory. Trees our lungs, earth our skin, water our blood. Medicine is earth systems intertwined with reciprocity. In spirit, in the language, we live, we weave. Through the stories, we live and we weave. We are growing stronger even still, and we weave. Look into my silu. We are the medicine. I weave for you, I weave for me. Yo.
Ready for the last piece? Okay, we have one last piece, a short piece, and it is a very short play. So while these thespians quickly get their props together, still working on our sound effects. Okay. Are we ready? No. Angel is trying to find her script.
Come on, Raven. Come on, kissing boy. Nana Boso.
You're going to be juggling your eyeballs. While we're waiting, the setting of this play is, I wrote this play. It's called Tricksters Unite. And it's set in the present, and the place is a Native American community center. When the lights go up, Coyote is juggling his eyeballs. We don't know how long he'll be juggling. It could be a while. Coyote can usually entertain himself. Humteets, humteets. You cannot get tricksters to organize. This is the problem of the play, right? Tricksters are always doing their own thing. They're kind of on the same. Okay, wait, they're all in the same room. Watch out. We may be creating some kind of, we'll see. Okay, introduce you to the cast. Coyote, inland northwest trickster, he, his. Coyote is a typical trickster, generally self-absorbed, given to grandiosity, a gambler, a smooth talker, a slave to his own appetites, and a master of misdirection. Good looking, though, and a snappy dresser. Connect in the interests of others when it serves him. Raven, Pacific Northwest trickster, she, they. Shares many of the same trickster characteristics of their friend Coyote, yet is more outwardly vain and canny, suffers no fools, knows exactly how to get under others' skin. Nanabojo. Ojibwe trickster, he, they. Again, trickster. Healthy appetite for sex, gambling, and food is matched only by inflated ego and need to show off. Wears lots of expensive beadwork. Struggles with a competitive streak with his brothers. Finally, pissing boy. Nez Perce culture hero. He, his. Much lesser known, he is mild-mannered, almost an earnest fellow, clever, and secure enough with his unique superpowers that he doesn't need to flex all the time. Lights up, pissing boy. Lights up on an ordinary room in a community center. A set of 5 metal chairs are set up in a semicircle. Outside, a major storm is brewing. A loud crack of thunder and lightning flash at the window at stage left. And Coyote turns to look, dropping his eyeballs. Raven immediately enters stage right.
Works every time.
Raven, I knew it was you.
Right. Of course you knew.
You call that an eye roll? I wouldn't waste that eye roll on my ex-sister-in-law's dog. Now this is an eye roll.
So, where's the spread? I was told there would be food.
Raven, let me see if I understand you. A global climate catastrophe isn't reason enough to show up. You can't be bothered unless there's canapes.
Since when were you so high-minded? Since you got banned from DoorDash over that time you drove for them?
We had creative differences.
You ate their orders.
They couldn't afford me.
Coyote sits on the chair beside Raven, who pulls out their phone and starts typing.
Whatevs. I can order again. Burritos?
Double carnitas. And you get the...
Thunder cracks and Pissing Boy enters and looks around.
Whoa, what a storm. Hey, Coyote and...
Raven.
Oh, good. Coyote and Raven. This must be the right place.
The right place for what?
I'm looking for the Trickster League.
Yeah, that's not us. This is Tricksters Anonymous.
Okay.
We're a support group for tricksters who want to go straight.
One day at a time, friend. One day at a time.
Okay, so the Trickster League?
You're looking for room 7. This is room 5. Try down the hall.
Oh, okay.
You know that guy?
Yeah, that was Pissing Boy, kind of a lesser known cultural hero. He's been in my shadow for a long time, eh?
Pissing Boy? What a name. So he's got, what, magical pee?
Duh.
Sounds kind of basic.
Like I said, he's not me.
So he's got that going for him. But he's got to work on his brand. Seriously. Pissing Boy? Why not something bad like the urinator?
Cha, forget the Terminator. Here comes the urinator.
Here be back.
Pissing Boy returns.
Hey, there's no room 7.
Welcome to the Trickster League. Have a seat.
As Pissing Boy takes a seat, trumpet fanfare is played off stage.
Aneen! I am here for the making of the Trickster Liege. Aneen, my subjects.
Who dis?
Lover, adventurer, hero, and now king of the tricksters. It is I, Nono Bojo. Pronouns are he, they.
Raven, lover, adventurer, etc., etc. She, they.
Aneen, brother, sibling, I'm pissing.
I don't need to know who you are.
Nana Bojo. I think I've heard of your brothers.
Ha! My brother's bunch of losers.
That's not what I heard. I heard they're much more impressive than you. More powerful, better looking.
This one just has better social media.
Nana Bojo, flustered, magically raises Raven's chair several feet off the ground. Raven is unfazed.
Dude, I have wings.
Raven flutters down. Chair remains suspended.
And it's not Trickster Liege, it's League.
I distinctly heard liege.
League.
Liege.
Enough. Nana Bongo is right. I told him liege to get him here, but look, it worked. You're all here now
And why is that?
to organize. We're here because the humans are, to put it mildly, effing things up.
You heard it here first, folks. The humans are effing things up. Brilliant, Coyote, brilliant.
Shut your wormhole, Raven. Just listen. The problem is it's getting into trickster terrain. I know everything here is used to working, everyone here is used to working solo, but things are so bad we got to unite in our own self-interest. The stupid humans are acquiring powers that are exclusive to us. To most of us.
Well, I'm more of a special ops guy, and I've killed more grizzly bears and cannibals than you.
Well, I've killed and resurrected more. Look, stop distracting me. I'm not getting in a...
Pissing match? Good call.
Focus. The humans are a threat. Not that I'm personally threatened, but you should be. Listen, they're changing the weather. Weather is clearly our bailiwick from time immemorial. It's our thing. I've been trying to get them to back off, by setting a few fires and floods. And then I found out Raven here was doing the same thing, had my idea.
Yeah, that fire NATO, that was us. And for the record, it was my.
It takes two of you to make a weather event.
Of course not. The fire NATO was just a happy accident. But it got me thinking, maybe we could do more if we work together.
Actually, I'm the one who suggested that we.
That's asinine. I don't need you. Or any league. I can call down a polar vortex in my sleep.
Stands up and gestures regally. Snow starts falling on stage.
And besides, what can this one do?
Hey, I could create a ravine for that snow to fall in.
No. No. Look, we can't get distracted by making new landforms. We got
As
to...
I was telling Coyote, we're the only ones who should be changing the weather.
Raven stands up and imitates playing a guitar solo. Snow stops. A bright light shines down.
Look, if little Raven here can do that, just think that what we could do together. Let's try it.
You mean right now?
Right, whiz kid. Let's change the weather right now. Ready? 1, 2, 5.
They all dance in different directions. After a few beats, lights out on stage. Lights out on stage.
I got this!
Lights up, revealing Coyote, Raven, Nanabojo crouching with hands over heads.
You're welcome.
Is this what it's come to? The humans are making climate change and all we can do is pee our way out?
Bro, it's not that bad. No offense.
None taken.
Let's just try again. Maybe we gotta dance in the same direction so we don't just cancel each other out?
Please. I can't be canceled out.
You call that an eye roll? I wouldn't waste that eye roll on my ex-sister-in-law's dead cat. Now, this is an eye roll.
Takes eyeballs out and rolls them across the stage.
Look, it's working.
As I said, I don't need your help. I conjured this snowstorm by myself.
Snow is falling on the stage.
I think what you meant to say was that Coyote conjured this snow.
It's not snow.
Raven's right. It's not snow.
It's ash.
Who did this?
Yo, Kalo. Let's see out, yeah. Thank you.
Katsiyaoya Oikala, I just wanted to say Katsiyaoya and to remind you that my nephew will have his items to look at and things that you can do a donation. And last year, Sarah was asked to translate, but she said, if you want a translation, that might cost you. So we take donations on that too. Katsiyaoya.
Thanks to luk'upsíimey for being brave and coming up here and trying out the play and showing us our art. And I hope you all stick around to visit with these wonderful folks. Fishtrap, summer Fishtrap raffle items and silent auctions are up there. And please make plans to come tomorrow night at 7:30 for summer Fishtrap's 30th, 35th anniversary celebration. And we'll let Philip Kashkash take us off.